Hey everyone, I hope you guys are enjoying the third free title update, which is now already live on Hunter Rise Sunbreak on either your PC or your Nintendo Switch. In this video, I want to try to go ahead and teach you guys how to get full access to 7-star Anomaly Monsters. This is the brand new wave, the brand new tier of anomaly-stricken monsters that they had been talking about being added into the game, and now you're going to have 6 brand new anomaly monsters to have full access to. And essentially what you need to do is that you don't need to even hit the level cap of Anomaly Investigations, which is currently now 200. Previously it was 120, but you don't even need to be 120 for that. What you're going to need to do is basically be Anomaly Investigation level 91. And after you hit level 91, what you should be able to do is essentially make your way down to the quest board, go down to Anomaly Investigations, and there you should be able to see access to the 6 brand new monsters. This is going to give you access for you to be able to go ahead and hunt them, at the very least for level 91 quests. If you actually want to be able to unlock them through normal anomaly quests, that would be the separate tab where you can actually now go ahead and do that solo or with followers. You're going to need to be Anomaly Investigation level 181. So the grind for that is going to be relatively steep. One of the things that they did specifically mention in the patch notes is that you are now going to be gaining Anomaly Investigation levels a little bit faster, as XP has been raised from level, I believe, 30 all the way up to 120. So you should be able to make yourself at the very least 120 with a little bit more ease if you're just hunting Anomaly Investigations. Once you get to 120, that is when you essentially start to do that new higher tier with the brand new materials and everything that comes alongside that. So essentially what you are going to notice here is that once you get to level 91, or if you already were cap level 120, you're going to notice that you're going to now have full access to Seething Basil Geese. You're going to have full access to Furious Rajang. You're going to have full access to Flaming Espinas. These are monsters that you can actually look through the newly organized search page option. You're going to also have access to the Silver Rathalos, Scorn Magnamalo, and Gold Rathian. These are the 6 7-star anomaly monsters now available into the game, and all you need to be is level 91 to be able to access them. Now, as far as each one of the monsters goes, I did notice that, for example, Gold Rathian and Silver Rathalos usually seem to have the lowest amount of health out of all of the anomaly 7-star monsters that I did get to fight. All the ones that I fought were roughly around 115 to 122. That was like the level cap raised that I was able to do most of these quests on. So usually I noticed that Gold Rathian and Silver Rathalos probably had the least amount of health out of all of them. Silver Rathalos is extremely dangerous. He's still extremely annoying. His fire attacks, a big special. He kind of drops big fire bombs into the middle. Then he does a big explosion whenever he's glowing, kind of like pink and purple through the chest. And then he does kind of like a big blue flare attack directly forward. They're extremely dangerous. I'm not going to sugarcoat it. Those attacks will hit you very hard. They're probably not going to one-hit KO you, especially if you went through the brand new raise defense armor option. You can actually go ahead and raise the level cap of your armor's defense now, which is something that you should probably do instantly as you log in. Whatever your base armor set is that you're going to be using up until you farm brand new Chaotic Gore and the new Risen Monsters armor sets, chances are you should probably just raise the defense of the default armor you have already, and you should probably be able to handle these Afflicted Investigation Monsters with relatively ease, as you're probably going to gain somewhere around 40 to 50 defense just by raising your levels. So it's going to be, making that a little bit easier. Now, as far as Gold Rathian is concerned, the poison attacks is about the only dangerous thing that she does. She didn't necessarily seem to be any really more dangerous. And again, because she has almost the lowest amount of health alongside with Silver Rathalos, I didn't necessarily seem like it didn't really come across as one of the toughest monsters in the brand new batch. I did notice that Furious Rajang was a real annoying pain in the butt. Now, it might have had something to do with the team that I was hunting with. They weren't necessarily dishing out the most amount of damage, but this one certainly seems to be the one that is most annoying. He continually jumps in the air, hits extremely hard, he's very fast, extremely agile, and he's just constantly dodging attacks. So obviously gunners are going to have an easier time with this one for you to be able to target it better, as Blade Master and melee users are just simply going to have to continually keep chasing it around as it just jumps around and keeps constantly doing attacks from the air. And it's just one of those things that you just kind of have to get used to that fight. So it's more annoying than difficult, but you know, it comes with the territory. Seething Bezo Geese is probably the easiest one out of all of them, because Bezo Geese, you can just simply stun them and keep them on the ground. These things are not a danger whatsoever. The normal Bezo Geese for Anomaly Investigation 6 was already a pushover. This one, it didn't necessarily do anything new from what I noticed. It was just a pretty straight up fight, really. It didn't necessarily stand out. Has more health than the aforementioned Gold and Silver Rathalos and Rathian, but other than that, it wasn't really all that dangerous. Now, Flaming Espinas, on the other hand, probably was the biggest disappointment out of all of them. I originally thought this one was going to be the most dangerous one because, of course, it stands up upright and then it starts to do those big flare attacks into the ground, and it jumps into the air and does a big AoE attack directly down to the floor. But we kind of stunned it every single time that it tried to do that. We just kind of kept stumbling it and knocked it down twice as it tried to do that. And then for me and my team, someone just kept dropping traps and we just gunned it down relatively easy. So I'm going to have to do this one a couple of more times to be able to have a better idea of just how dangerous it is. But it didn't necessarily seem like it had a lot of health either. Probably isn't the same Rathalos or Rathian tier. So, you know, simply put, this one, the one time that we just did it, it didn't necessarily seem to be all that dangerous, but of course, I'm going to have to hunt it a couple more times to be able to see the bigger picture. Now, easily the most dangerous 7-star anomaly monster is, of course, Scorn of Magnamalo. This thing is just a menace because it just hits extremely hard. Scorn Magnamalo was already a menace, just a normal one, was extremely dangerous, very agile. It does plenty of different attacks, kind of like keeps you constantly guessing, and like Furious Rajang, it loves to jump into the air and do really, you know, exotic attacks. And now that is, you know, Anomaly Investigation version is, you know, Curious with the Curio boosted, it's just hitting really hard, and it's just a menace to deal with. So not only that, but of course it has a decent amount of health. We had to chase this one around for a little bit. I think we also had a really good team, but you know, this thing just has a lot of health and it's just going to be there for a while. And again, we were just dealing with, I believe it was 118 Anomaly Investigation level version of it. So by the time that we get to level 200 versions of these monsters, they are just going to be one-shotting people left and right. So remember, you're going to be able to level up these quests to 200, and of course they are just going to be really dangerous by that point. The grind is going to be steep, but if you want to unlock those Anomaly quest version of these monsters, you're going to need to hit 181. So all in all, you're just going to have to grind regardless. And the Anomaly new wave of monsters, I think, definitely hit it out of the park. They were certainly some of the more dangerous monsters. We still don't have Violent Mitsuzune or Lucent Nargacuga. We didn't expect them to be, but of course, you know, that kind of came with the same territory. I did also notice that Apex Mitsutsune showed up in one of my quests as a sub second monster. So presumably now Apex is, of course, the rest of the 4 Apexes that we were missing. Apex Diablos, Apex Sinogar, Apex Rathalos, and Apex Mitsuzune are all now officially in the game. As soon as I could actually gather a couple of quests to be able to hunt them, I should be making a separate video going over showcasing just how difficult they are. But again, they're still secondary monsters. They're still just monsters that show up second in a quest, Anomaly Investigation. So they're still not the target monster as of right now. Maybe you'll unlock them through levels later, but as of right now, it doesn't necessarily seem to be the case. But that's about all the information that I have for you guys today. Hopefully you found this informational if you're looking to hunt the 7-star Anomaly brand new monsters. If you're brand new to my channel, be sure to leave a like and subscribe. Hit the bell to receive notifications when the videos go up. And as always, thank you so much for watching. See ya.